Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Excel Media. This is Jack.
I'm Phil, and in this video, we're going to be talking about how to set up a successful website.
Cool, let's get started.
Let's get into it, guys. So, yeah, let's kind of drew it out for you guys.
Step one. Can they see? Is that in the way?
Oh yeah.
Laptop in the way.
Just kind of drop that right there. Beautiful. All right. So step number one would be to be branding. Get your logo down. You want to talk about this? You're the graphic designer here.
For sure. So I know for a lot of people, obviously not everyone knows Illustrator, Photoshop, or whatever. But really simple nowadays. There's a lot of freelance websites. You go to Fiverr, a lot of websites like that. You can get a logo literally for $5. $5, guys.
Yep.
And then I mean, if you are pickier, you want it a specific way, it's gonna charge a little bit more, but nevertheless, easy access.
Yeah. And like another thing you do is like we made this Excel Media thing right off of Canva.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like
apps
I mean? Like Canva, they're so accessible and so cheap. How much do you pay a month?
Well, Canva is free.
I
just paid,
they have a free
I just paid for the paid version because I want the free images.
Okay.
And just for things like transparent backgrounds and things like that. It helps out with like editing film and stuff. But if you just need a quick logo for a website, either like a service industry website or like a product website, Canva is the place to go. They have all these templates for you. Yeah, they might be like not unique, but I mean they still look beautiful if you just kind of drag and click.
Right,
you know
and
what I mean?
Literally, you guys know most of our thumbnails are made with Canva as well.
Exactly.
So it's a good tool to have.
Exactly.
And then I guess before all that, you gotta like understand what kind of business you're starting. Are you a product industry, or like you're selling a product? You're doing a service, or just simply like a portfolio website,
or a blog.
Yeah, or a blog.
Those are all legitimate types of businesses, right? So you got to kind of know all those things before you get into it.
Right.
And then, with this being said, domain name also matters too, right?
And then how did you get your domain name? Was it through GoDaddy or Squarespace?
I did Squarespace for mine, but you can go through other hosts like that.
Sure.
Definitely. But you want to make sure it's like the thing I always like to say about domain names is make it simple.
Yeah.
Make it like real words. Don't make it like all fancy.
Yeah.
With, like,
make sure there's no room for like spelling errors.
Exactly.
Stuff
like smiley faces or like parentheses. I've seen that happen.
Oh, really?
And like those, like maybe not that extreme, but like maybe some words spelled incorrectly. You don't want to go for that. Just make it like this simple Excel Media. Very just 2 words, easy to spell out and easy to find, right?
And I think right now, how much is it? Like $15 for a year, or something like that.
Yeah, super cheap.
Cool.
Yeah, $15.
So very accessible.
Yeah, with Squarespace it's $19.99, which is just like $5 more. Right. And just a tip for if you're going to start a service business, you want to make sure that the name of your city is in the domain name.
That helps with SEO,
exactly.
right?
So we'll talk about that in step 5 here.
Right. We'll get it.
So so that's you want to just get your domain name, branding, final logo that kind of fits your business.
Right.
Whether that's a service or like whether you're selling products, make it very pretty, beautiful, and really contemporary. That's kind of the key, right? Contemporary branding. It really does matter.
Right.
Nowadays, right?
Okay,
So yeah,
cool.
let's get into step 2.
Okay, just choosing the platform, right? I guess for your Philip has Aspire Fitness, his website. He went with Squarespace. But for some of you guys, if you're solely just doing blogs or things like that, maybe WordPress would be a little better.
WordPress, yeah.
And then if you're more focused on selling products, I would say Shopify.
Shopify.
That's more geared towards like selling products, and most of your templates are set up for products.
Definitely.
So
and there's so many tutorials out there for
for sure.
Spotify and stuff.
And everything's super accessible, like YouTube. If you have a question on how to do anything on any of those platforms, go ahead, just YouTube it. The answer is always going to be there.
Definitely. And me and Jack, we both own a product business and a service business, right? So we just use Squarespace solely for that. You can use any of these platforms for anything, really, right? We chose to go Squarespace for both, selling meals on the side and selling a service, which is my gym. And I also have a blog. I'm using Squarespace for that as well, and it's ranking. So really, as long as you find a platform that works for you, that's really simple, you're good to go. Just something I do have to say about this though is Squarespace is more suited for a static website, which means something that doesn't have too many pages on it. Like for example, mine would just have like a home page. a lead magnet, about me, just something simple that people can come to, right?
Yeah.
But if you're gonna make content on that, I would recommend going to WordPress because they have so many plugins that help you out with SEO, being able to be found on Google, on maybe possibly like YouTube if you want to write or embed a video on your blogs and things like that. So, and the main reason for that is because WordPress is optimized for page speed. Whereas Squarespace is not. So that's the thing I'm struggling with the most. Is a Squarespace or is a page speed. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
And so WordPress is the way to go if you want to go for a blog, in my opinion.
For sure. But I think also a little tip with like any platform you go on to improve your page speed, even a little bit, just make sure all your images on there are running PNGs. Around like 150 DPI. You don't want to go any larger than that. That's enough for loading for a website or any mobile.
And if you're not sure, go to shortpixel.com, sign up for a free account, drag it in there, download it, and put it on your website.
Right,
it's
exactly.
Really,
you don't even need Photoshop or anything.
It'll compress it by like literally 90% and it looks exactly the same.
Nice.
So that's something I learned the hard way. My page is sort of super slow, like I'm talking like 4% page speed. Go choose a platform, but just know that if you're gonna put images, which you need on your website, you need to compress them on some sort of compressor, or like Jack said, like some smallest file like PNG. That's definitely the way to go.
Exactly.
Right? So just choose your platform. Squarespace is the easiest, in my opinion, to learn.
Yeah, I would agree too.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the most versatile too, in a sense.
Yeah, and not just that, but it just looks so beautiful. It's very,
honestly, like all the themes on there are really nice. If you want to pay a little extra, they got extra nice ones.
It's really
nice.
Go for it. So that's the thing. WordPress is a little harder to learn, but if you're gonna run, like I said, an SEO business, go for WordPress. It's gonna help you out in the long run.
Right. Cool.
Definitely.
Let's see the next steps.
Step number 3. Let's talk about step number 3. So
building your page.
Building the page.
Okay, so when it comes to actually building your page, let's kind of run them through like kind of a tree of hierarchy, right?
Sure. Yep.
So I guess right when your customer comes in, the first page you're gonna land on, which is your landing page, is gonna be your homepage. So what do you have currently on your homepage?
So my homepage leads directly to the lead page, or the CTA, the call to action.
The lead magnet, right?
Exactly. So this is where I make most of my sales, and this is what I would actually recommend for anybody, whether you're a service business or a product business. Right. You want them to go to a place where they can get something in, like some kind of content or something for free that benefits them, so that they become a customer to you. And the best way to do that is with a lead magnet.
Right. Yeah. In other terms, we call it like in marketing, people call that CTA, a call to action. You don't want them to land on your homepage and then there's nothing to do, nothing to click. Then chances are they're gonna bounce off your page, right? You want to have as many ways out of the homepage that they could click, so they keep on your page. You want to keep them there as long as possible.
Sure. Yeah. So I mean, if you have a product page, make sure that this leads to like the product list, or on your homepage you could have like a really beautiful like portfolio of things. Remember, people only like nowadays have the attention span of 6 seconds. 6 seconds is all you have to get them to kind of get some information from you, or go to your call to action, or become a customer, right? So those 6 seconds are super valuable. That's why the homepage is the most important. You want to fill it with either good content, good pictures, or straight to the lead magnet.
Right. And then like you said, you want to fill it with information. So with that, you want to have additional tabs of your about me, about your business, and then a contact. And if you're doing a more product-based business, you do want to have your shipping information, any legal stuff that you need to have. Just make sure all the info is on there, so you back yourself up just in case anything happens. Right.
And some other tip I have too is when you're just starting off, try to add a human touch to it, right? Try to show them that you are the person behind this website.
Right.
That's why I put like pictures of me, videos of me working out with my clients. Product or service, people want to know who's behind this website or this business.
Like put a brand story behind it. Exactly. You don't want to just a stale, hey, we're blah 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 Inc. established in 2020, and then that's it. Exactly. You want to put a little human touch behind it, so that does build brand trust over time. And that goes back to branding as well, right? Exactly,
right. Show them your vision. Show them why they should become your product, or why they should, or their client, or why they should buy your product, right? It's all about their connection with you, right? So make sure you fill it with pictures about you and videos about you as well. And a funny thing is, the About Me page is actually the second most viewed page on most people's websites, right? So this is what people really want to see as well. But like I said, the home page is paramount, and you want to just have this to supplement the home page so that they can kind of know who you are. And another one is just gonna be like the contact form. This is pretty simple. Just
make sure they can like reach out to you and everything like that. Whatever you prefer, you put it as a primary. Just make sure people can reach out to you.
Exactly, yeah. So that's basically it. Last one would just be like the product and service list. That's kind of a given, right? You just want to show your pricing for each thing. I like to actually put my product and service on my homepage as well because, like I said, 6 seconds. 6 seconds is all I get to get them in, right?
So like just for example, if you're selling bags or something, you want to have at least 4 to 5 products on your homepage of like trending, hot, or sale products. Just in case they do click off, they don't explore your website, you want to already have at least set up hooks on your homepage.
Definitely. Yeah, so that's really it for building the page. We'll have like a more in-depth video on this, showing you the process of how we made our websites.
Right.
I think that'll be a great video.
Yeah,
but for now,
like hours.
Exactly. This is kind of like the basic outline of how to start a successful website. Okay. So step number 4.
Yeah, step number 4 will be just the payment system. Obviously, with setting it up online, you're not gonna be, at a cashier register taking cash or anything.
Exactly.
People are gonna be paying by card or through their PayPal or stuff like that. Which brings us to PayPal is actually a payment system themselves. It's like a third party.
It's a third party.
They'll get the money for you and then release it to you for a transactional fee with like 10.
It's really small. It's really small.
Really small, couple percent.
Yeah, I think it was 2%, but I'm not too sure. But so it's PayPal's everywhere on every website.
And sometimes a lot of people prefer PayPal. So even if you have Stripe set up, I would say still have PayPal set up because some people are gonna be like, "Oh, you don't have PayPal," and it's kind of a hassle. And you lost the sale.
The one thing I have to say about PayPal though is that they favor the customer over the seller 9 times out of 10.
Right.
So if a customer, decides to dispute something, you will lose.
Yeah.
So try to push for the Stripe or push for the other kind of POS system on your website. But try to just make it one that everyone knows about and everyone can trust. For example, like Google Pay or Apple Pay. Those are great options as well. We chose Stripe because it's very secure for the seller. And it's also great for the customer as well.
Yeah,
they dispute both ways evenly. And if it makes sense, they really look into it. Whereas PayPal is like, nope, customer's the winner. you lose. They're right, you're wrong.
Yeah, so it all kind of determines on your business and what you think is the right way to go at.
Yeah, definitely. People do trust PayPal more because of that reason. So
they have been in a game for a long time.
Exactly, and they know that if anything gets disputed, they'll win. Yeah. So just take that with a grain of salt, right? Don't always just. I mean, PayPal is good to start off with because it'll lead people to buy more off your website. Yeah. But in the long run, maybe convert to something like Stripe. I would say.
Right, and also check your the platform you're on. Sometimes they already have payment systems integrated, like Shopify. Yep. They have their own, so you don't even have to set anything up. PayPal is just an additional option at that point. Yeah. It's more or less just up to you.
Yeah, and WordPress and Wix is really flexible. You can choose any third-party system.
And like the linking is honestly super easy. It's always in the FAQ section if you're like confused on how.
There's a bunch of tutorials online.
Yeah,
you can look it up.
Super easy.
It's really easy. It's just a couple clicks and just kind of choosing a domain or choosing the.
And then I guess last but not least, to actually get your customers going to your website, because just setting it up doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. This is probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
Step 5 is marketing.
Yeah. You got to get the foot traffic somehow, right?
Exactly. Right. So one of our business, we have lots of different ways that we market our business. We actually just use a combination of all 3. If you can't read it, it says ads, social media, and SEO, right? So let's kind of go over that, right?
Yeah, so the only option that you would be paying for here is ads, which is like, marketing is ads you're paying for it.
It is,
I guess the avenues we go off of right now is Facebook and Instagram mostly.
Instagram,
And then also, I guess Google AdWords is one, right?
That works as well.
Yeah.
Facebook is really great too, though, because it has a visual aspect of it, right? And then as long as you test ABCD test, right? Just test different creatives, different titles, different hooks, different lead magnets, everything, right? So as long as you kind of test, you'll be good to go.
So obviously, based on your product, you want to split test. Once you find the demographic that's like, effective with the ad that you're posting, maybe try a different creative with that ad. It might do better, it might do worse. But you're split testing. That's the whole point. If you do see one that works better, throw all your budget into that.
Exactly. Like for me and Jack, we were doing Asian fit meals, right? And we tried different videos. We tried different colorful pictures and stuff. But we just chose this one that we made on Canva. And then that one converts the most. For
ultimately,
us.
a collage worked the best. So what do? You put more money into
Exactly.
it,
So we just put more money into the collage, and now we have more clients. And we're just building our list of clientele as we keep going on.
I think that also depends on your industry. So if you're like a local plumber, like you're trying to serve the Diamond Bar area, you're obviously not gonna try to go for more collages. I will say you go for more Google AdWords. When people are searching for a plumbing service in my local area or in Walnut, California or something, you more so pay for that. You don't want to pay for an Instagram post.
Yeah, because plumbing's not so much of a visual aspect.
Yeah, it's more for like, I want to get like your rates, how you are, like maybe your ratings or something.
Yeah, exactly. So Google AdWords would be perfect for that. Whereas for like a gym or like a food business, obviously some videos and some pictures is what you need.
Right.
Like I said, again, we'll have like a Facebook tutorial in the future. Right now it's just kind of the basics, right?
Right.
So the next one would be like Instagram.
Social media. That's all like organic free stuff. Keep a social media presence. Obviously, you've seen how powerful social media can be.
Exactly.
If you're at 1 million followers or something, obviously when you post something, you're gonna sell something.
Yeah, and even with me, guys, I have like literally like 250 Instagram followers on my Inspire Fitness account. Tiny account. But I'll tell you this, it converts like crazy. You know what I mean? I get at least like 2 or 3 clients a month just from that, and these are high ticket prices. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's especially if you're like a very visual business like me, or like a food business, or like a chiropractor. Like there's so many routes that you can take with visual aspects. So don't sleep on Instagram. Make sure you're building up your Instagram day by day. Just kind of produce good content and really fun content, and you'll start to see that it grows. And then when you connect things like Yelp, if you're like a local business, Google My Business, right? They go to your Instagram to see as a kind of like a portfolio.
Right, exactly.
And what's great about Instagram too is that they could direct message you from there, right? Today we had direct messages talking with our clients,
we get a lot of clients through DMs. They'll ask questions. They feel more flexible with that because they can message you any time of the day, and then you can kind of message them back any time of the day. And then builds that connection kind of right off the bat.
Yeah, it's just another platform for the customer to get to you easier, which is what we want.
Yeah, and it's free. It just honestly, you just gotta put in a little legwork.
It does take some work.
But then also at the end of the day, it depends on your business. Maybe you're not a visual one. Maybe you had to go the other route.
Maybe you're a plumber. That's more like SEO based.
Yeah, at that point, it might not be the best for you to put all your time into putting plumbing pictures online. Versus, trying to find the best keyword.
Exactly. So the last one is SEO, right?
SEO, another good free one. Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about SEO.
Yeah.
SEO is extremely powerful. It's gonna help you rank. Like this is really for blogging businesses, or if you're like a service or product business, right?
Yeah.
A blog is always a great option. Ranking. A blog means that you write content to rank #1 on Google.
Right. So SEO, search engine optimization, ranking on Google. So when someone does search these keywords, you want to make sure they're on your website.
Exactly.
And then once Google, every month they refresh, they run through your website, check the content. If it's like up to par with whatever their algorithm parameter is, you're gonna rank higher. If you're on page 1, you're gonna get a lot more views in page 2.
And one of Google's #1 ranking factors is user testing. And let me tell you what that means, right? User testing is they give your content to a bunch of people at first. And if people like it and they read through it and they like look at it and they spend a lot of time on it, guess what? Your article is going to rank #1. It's going to keep climbing the ranks. And when it climbs the ranks, that's when you get thousands and thousands and thousands of page views. Right. I started blogging actually only like 3-4 months ago, and I already have like 15 articles ranked.
Yeah, and honestly, that's a business in itself as well.
Exactly.
If your website is literally getting traffic through SEO, and you could run ad banners on there, there's
exactly.
What's the impression rate on there right now?
Right now, it depends on the website and how long people stay. There's different ad networks though. You can start out. It depends on your page views. Google AdSense is the first one. You can go to Mediavine in the future when you have like maybe 30,000 views on your page every month, right? So that in itself is a business, right? That also supplements other businesses on your website, which I do with mine, right? So my blogs supplement my sales page, my personal training and ranking in Google, which offers me more clients. Also in the future, that blog is going to offer me money just by being a blog.
Right, exactly. Just by getting the traffic itself.
Exactly. So the traffic itself is going to be money, and the traffic also builds authority to my website, so that I can rank in higher search terms. I can compete with the gyms like 24 Hour Fitness or LA Fitness. You know what I mean? Because when someone types in personal trainers near me, or gyms near me, or kickboxing near me, Aspire Fitness is going to come up because my blog supplemented the website to have a higher authority.
Right. So just make sure you're always writing blog articles with relevant keywords. Make sure it's always updated and kept up to date. Yeah,
keyword research is super important here. Look up some things that people are searching for. Let Google suggest it for you, like when you're typing how to change the oil of my car, for example. Within, I don't know, with one arm or something, right? Exactly, right? Like you could write an article on low competition topics, and if there is competition, just see how many words they have and beat their article, right? Way more helpful content, but way more helpful images, and your blog will rank #1, which eventually will make your website rank #1 for so many different things.
Right.
So SEO is really the key to so many businesses. And it's what we're doing with Excel Media right now.
Right. And honestly, if you do have more money than everyone else, you can pay for the eyes on your website.
There you go. Yeah, you can.
But then a good way, if you're building a long-term business, build your SEO.
Yes, build your SEO.
It's free, and then over time, it pays for itself, right? Like it pays to have eyes on you.
Definitely. Traffic is everything nowadays, right? In today's world, traffic is everything. If you can fill your website with 100,000 people, you can do anything you want with those 100,000 people.
Exactly.
Right? So you could build an email list. You could keep selling products. You could sell them your service. You could build a huge name for yourself with the traffic. And then you can grow a following on YouTube. You can really do whatever.
Exactly.
There you go. So, that's basically it for the 5 steps, right?
More or less. That's if you follow those 5 steps, you should have a website that's up and running for customers.
And one thing I do want to say too is that it takes time. It's gonna take time. You got to do it for at least a year. At least a year. Don't give up until.
Setting up the website, that's fast. If you're good at it, you get used to it. You can do it in 30 minutes.
There you go.
But then it's keeping it alive and keeping it an actual business, because a business is not a business unless you're making profit or driving revenue, right?
Exactly, right.
So you gotta keep it up.
It can be discouraging at times, but in the future, if you keep it up, man, there's gonna be a lot of profit for you in the future, and you're gonna make a really good living just kind of doing what you love. Because why do we want to start a business? It's because what we're passionate about, and we want to help people, and we want to do the best we can with what we love to do. So you get to make money doing what you do. Right? And so that's really the end goal, right? So thanks so much for checking out the video, guys. I hope this was informative for you guys. If you liked the video, please feel free to like and subscribe.
And leave a comment if you have any comments.
Definitely. Ask us some questions about your website, and we can kind of go into the details and make you a whole kind of video about that.
Cool. Subscribe, guys.
See you guys in the next one.
Peace
out.